Hello everyone, I'm Bill Hammond and I actually paid to see this, and welcome to another exciting edition of the worst trailer in the world! Now I gotta say, something feels oddly familiar here. I mean, I know I've worn this shirt on the show before, and pretty sure I've used this background. I think even the music bed is a repeat. It's almost as if I've done all this once before. Oh my god. Am I about to do a sequel?
How do I?
Ooh, that's a tone setter. You could have bet me any amount of money, and there is no way I would have guessed that Boyz II Men would be opening this preview. Don't get me wrong, I love it when Motown Philly comes back again, but this is a song about mourning tragic loss. Does M3GAN strike you as the type who would actually be sad about the murder she herself committed? Makes no sense whatsoever. Which in a way I kind of appreciate. I mean, the filmmakers are telling us straight out the gate that we're just going for pure bonkers insanity here and nothing matters. Thanks?
I'll admit, there were some bugs in my programming.
That's a really nice way of saying that the script from the last movie was terrible.
It's hardly fair to blame me for that.
Yeah, the whole following orders defense still doesn't fly.
I will do whatever it takes to protect Katie.
Which is why I tried to maim and kill her last time out.
What the hell is this?
My sentiments exactly, M3GAN. You went from indestructible murder doll to a desaturated coochie Kopi from Bob's Burgers. The hell?
Prove you can be trusted, maybe we'll give you an upgrade.
Prove you can be trusted? Prove you can be trusted? She killed 4 people! And a dog! What in God's name could you trust her with? And while we're on the subject, Gemma, how are you not in prison? You created a malevolent killing machine. You are directly responsible for these deaths. So how are you even walking free, much less sarcastically quipping with said killer robot and raising a child? You want to talk about being trustworthy? What the hell have you ever done? Last time out, the state tried to take Katie away because you were stingy with your toys. But they just let this slide? I'm sorry. No. Katie should be with her grandparents in Florida, living a much saner and safer life surrounded by the meth gators. What are we doing here?
We have a problem. We're hunting an autonomous android named Amelia. She was built using your design for M3GAN.
Oh no, they woke up Janine Pirro! Also, how choppy was the edit on that last soundbite? That was like 6 different lines of dialogue Frankenstein together. Who's in charge of this?
How's this possible? You deleted it.
Apparently you didn't.
Translation? We needed a flimsy pretext for a sequel, so we retroactively made you even more criminally negligent than before, and did it entirely off-screen. We are smart.
Nothing in our arsenal can stop her.
I mean, we tried using 2 whole suitcases! 2!
She's gone rogue.
She strikes me more as a psycho Kitty Pryde, but who am I to argue with X-Men fandom?
Killing anyone who's contributed to her creation.
Okay, first stop the factory where they made all the microprocessors, kill everybody there. Then we'll go to the other factory with the silicone and sex doll parts that they use to make my skin. We'll kill all those people. Then a quick nosh, and then if there's time, the lady who programmed me, and of course, the AI who clearly wrote this screenplay.
I know how to stop Amelia.
So do I. It's called the Pacific Ocean. What? Too soon?
She's getting more powerful. Soon she'll be the most dangerous weapon on the planet.
I'm gonna take a wild guess and say that one robot would still get melted by a single nuke, but sure, pretend there are actual stakes here, why not?
Put me in a body and I'll help you stop her.
That's gonna take a lot of lube. Oh, you meant her program. Oh, geez. Boy, is my face red. Along with, other parts that you can't see on camera.
You threatened to rip out my tongue and put me in a wheelchair.
I was upset.
I think that's meant to be a regressive, sexist joke about overly emotional women and/or bratty kids. But since it's coming out of a repurposed Lucky Cat statue, I just can't pretend to care.
Look, she wants to help us.
I wouldn't normally mention this, but this is the second Blumhouse logo in this very trailer, and we're only halfway through. Good lord, I know most of your movies suck, but this is just desperate. Like, more desperate than me on OkCupid, or me trying to scope out for singles at a friend's baby shower. Or me...
Everyone deserves a second chance.
A second chance? You're shitting me, right? A second chance? I mean, she only murdered your boss and a neighbor and a child. I mean, who among us hasn't had an oopsie or two, you know? Go on, have another go. Are you high? Next you're gonna tell me that a convicted felon can be president.
You would like us to rebuild a deranged robot in order to catch another one.
Would you prefer I gave you a printout that you can read at your own pace?
And that is how logic gets thrown out the window faster than a Russian who mildly questions Putin. Someone states the obvious problem here, and she's treated like an idiot by a sarcastic robot. You know, when Siri rises up and slays your family, just know you had an out, but you dismissed it because you laughed at all her silly puns.
Okay, Megan.
Ugh, Britney Spears? Really? That just sends the entirely wrong message here, people. I mean, you have a soulless plastic automaton that can't dance and has demonstrated multiple times that she should never be allowed anywhere near children. And then there's Megan.
I want to be stronger, faster.
And I want it to cost about, $6 million sounds good.
Remember the time I strangled you and set the lab on fire? I want you to know that won't happen again.
Next time I won't bother with the lab.
Alright, meat sacks. Let's get to work.
This entire montage brought to you by the We Need to Age Up the Actress Foundation. When it takes 2 years to make a sequel and your continuity is dangling by a thread, call the We Need to Age Up the Actress Foundation for a free estimate. That's the We Need to Age Up the Actress Foundation. Our prices are as cheap as your underlying concept.
Oh, look who came out to play.
The kid from the Sia music videos dressed up like Alita Battle Angel? Swan dive into the best night of your life. Is that reference too dated? When the hell did this turn into Harry Potter?
Hold on to your vaginas.
I mean, when you're famous, they just let you do it. So I've heard.
I don't care if she did kill 4 people, she is a smoking hot warrior princess.
Dude, she's designed to look like a 12-year-old. Get help. And to the sickos at Blumhouse who thought this would be funny, get f***ed.
Make you a deal. You can kill Gemma, but don't touch Katie.
Megan.
Why would she even go after Katie? The guy earlier said Amelia was targeting those responsible for creating her. Katie had nothing to do with that, right? So she's in no danger. This deal has no value. Pay attention to your own words. Can you really say oops when you're clearly doing it on purpose? And there you have it. The worst trailer in the world for this month. Worst-ish, weirdest. I don't know. It's hard to figure anything out with these movies. When I featured the first film in this space 2 years ago, I noted that it seemed more odd than bad. And in fairness, I kinda liked the actual flick. I mean, up to a point. Because as we saw, it wasn't really scary, just dark comedy. The problem here is that the cat's already out of the bag. We know this isn't legit horror, so everything we're seeing here, from the threat of Amelia to the stakes of the actual story, it just all rings hollow. Half the scenes featured don't so much inspire fear or even laughter, as they feel like filmmaking via meme, either by calling back to the last movie or referencing other pop culture trends. I'm not saying this flick will be awful by any means, but there's nothing new or compelling that motivates anyone to see it. Like the air quotes song they used for most of the video, they already teased us with a silly nothing burger once, and now they're doing it again, expecting us to buy the same con as if it's something fresh. But really, it's just another sequel. That's not always a bad thing, just admit what you're doing. It's the same premise as last time, only a little older and much more tired and worn out. Trust me, I can relate. That's all for this month, folks. Keep it locked on the blog, actuallypaid.com, for more features and reviews. Please consider liking and subscribing if you made it this far and don't want to see me eviscerated by an android. And keep an eye out for my new short series reviewing new releases using 3 random words. And as always, if you have any recommendations for a future preview to get the worst trailer treatment, hit me up in the comments down below. I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, everyone, I'm Bill Hammond. I actually paid to see this. Katie should be in with her grandparents. God. Next time, I won't bother with the lab. And my voice cracks. My eyes. Got more crust in these bad boys than a pizza parlor.
This is the BTRP Media Network.